CLLS, the adult literacy, was designed and created to serve a real niche that wasn't being served through our very wide partnership with adult education. We found that adult learners who were not able to succeed in adult ed classes for the same reasons they didn't succeed in school. So the State Library at that time, Gary Strong, and adult ed partners and very proactive library directors and volunteers in the communities determined that we really needed to do something in our public libraries to serve these adults. So the CLLS programs were determined to be the place that libraries could support their communities. They provided volunteer-based and very learner-centered. It's very unique to adult education, and learners came forward and they succeeded. But learners in this group are very hard to find. They are not ones that come forward very comfortably. They don't enter libraries feeling very confident, but they do bring their children, and that is the very special relationship we have with ELF, because oftentimes, and it's through research that we have done and we have found out, learners bring their children and feel comfortable in the children's room, but may not seek any other services in the library. So through your programs with ELF, you're a wonderful outreach for partnering with the adult literacy in your programs, and if you don't have one in your library, in your neighboring library or one nearby, or a partner in your community, that you can be a referral for your adult literacy. And by design, and one of the minimum expectations of our adult literacy programs is to be very integrated into the library services of their own library and very integrated into their community. So this is the outreach arm that is so critical in literacy, and it's for funding, it's for survival, but it's also to bring in and recruit adult learners into our programs. So please know that if you're working, ELF is delivered by Children's, but very much supported by literacy. And we want to be that real arm for you to help you into the community. Your literacy coordinator is serving on boards, on advisory councils, on committees, on community organizations. They are so integrated and they know their community. So if you haven't had a chance as a children's services or other library staff to be out in your community, because I know you're so important inside and you get focused on what you do, but by design, literacy is out in the community. So use your people and take advantage of their connections. And you would be invited to go to those chamber mixers or their advisory boards. Be out there, let your literacy folks introduce you and make those networks and connections of your own. And just also to clarify that we have in adult literacy, there's an FFL, Families for Literacy component. And FFL is by design to serve and support the adult learner. It's for with children under 5, adult learners that are getting tutoring through adult literacy, but it is for the child and the parent to support the parent's literacy skills. So there's a lot of similarities in ELF and our FFL programs, but it is unique because ELF is open to the public, where FFL is specifically for adult learners that are enrolled in the adult literacy program. So just to clarify that we certainly want to collaborate. Your expertise and our resources can be shared and really enriched, but there are some unique differences, but certainly they'd be welcomed in different programs. I think that's about it. If anyone has any questions, I am just delighted because what you're going to get next are the partnerships of literacy and ELF programs that have come together. Children's and ELF, or children's and literacy folks that may not have worked together before, may have passed each other in hallways, may have sat in rooms together in meetings, but never really collaborated. And the great stories that have come out of this ELF project. Am I giving a good lead up for you? Anyway, I'm really pleased. We've seen some great results over the year. Even just in last year's training, people meeting together at the tables in the training and really seeing their plans come together, and now a year later hearing the great results. So I'm delighted to be a part of this, and thank you. Welcome and good luck with all of your projects.